Jim Holley, Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. I'm with the man, Mr. Scott, Bevo Forti, but I know Scott Watanabe owns it, Bob Lowry works there, but I want to call you Mr. Scott, Bevo Forti. You brought the bicycles out today, you got the big Scott trailer. Talk a little bit about the bicycles.
Well, we've been in the bicycle business for years in Europe, and we're now importing them in the United States. As you can see, we have mountain bikes, and also we have road bikes back here. And this isn't even a touch of the line. We have over, I don't know how many models, 20-some models of bicycles, and we just got into that. As you can see, we're also an extreme company. When we go over to the trailer, we have some of our skis on display. We're in a lot of extreme sports.
And this is a good fit. I mean, the fans come here to the pit party, they come by, they see all the displays that you got out, the bicycles, the skis, the goggles, the new Scott boots. That's something that I want to go see in the trailer, the new Scott boot. Let's go take a look at it.
We'll go over there. You're right, Jim. The whole thing is that we are an extreme company, and we're in a lot of sports that sometimes the motorcycle people don't know about. And it's everything we do is a crossover, from mountain biking to skis. You know, it's all about athletics, I guess.
And back here we got Ryan. We see Ryan again. He drives the actual semi for you and everything. John is the goggle guys. John in here? John, there he is. Now John, he takes care of, I see him on the broadcast. He's down on the floor. He's got the Scott goggles around Reed's neck and everything. Every once in a while I get a glimpse of him on TV.
Yeah, for all you listeners and everyone that watches the TV show, the guy on the floor with the Scott hat on is John. And now he's back there in the cubby hole again. Come on out here, John.
Yeah, he's shy. John, where are you out there? There he is. There. See, he's busy. He's working, Bevo. He's getting lenses ready and tear-offs and everything. But I want to see that new Scott boot. I hear you got a new one. John, you got that new Scott boot? There it is. Ryan's got it. This is nice, Bevo. Talk a little bit about that boot.
Well, that boot is state-of-the-art boot. It's all about protection. As you can see, it's a full-on plastic boot. And tonight, Tim Ferry will be wearing our boot, and he's going to help promote it and develop it at the same time. I mean, it's state-of-the-art, and it's all about protection.
But also, you sponsor the Motorsport Kawasaki Canada guys. They also have the Scott complete outfit.
Yeah, that's something that we're introduced in Europe, our Scott riding gear, and basically we're trying to promote it worldwide, but mainly in Europe where we sell it. So we got together with the race team over in America, which America drives everything, you know that.
Something I noticed, like we talked about, you got the ski goggles. You got a lot of apparel that I see here, all the t-shirts and jackets and things like that. You got the new goggles and everything. I mean, a lot of people come through here and ask a lot of questions about it. You can see everything is on display here when they come to a Supercross.
Well, that's why we're here. We're here to show people a face behind Scott USA. You know, there's a bunch of product here, and we everything we have here, we basically, if someone has a question, we can help them out if they have a technical question. But you have to talk to your customer to know what they want.
You know, like in a Supercross on an average, a nice day, the guys in the main event, Chad Reed, how many tear-offs do you stack up on Chad Reed's goggles?
Well, if we're going to do any kind of technical questions on goggles, we should get John to say a little bit about what he does to them, because he works closely with the riders, and I basically am I guess the brains behind the outfit. All
right, well, we're going to ask John, but before that, Bevo, you know what? Bevo has done a lot for the sport. You know, I've been a longtime Scott guy, one of the only few that have stayed with Scott, you know, and I wanted to get you something. I got you something, Bevo, and I'm going to go get it. It's a surprise, and I want you to open this up here. I know that... I know you're a big fan, and I just wanted to get you something. You know, I was watching the Super Bowl, and I know how much you love the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I was just thinking of you. They had NFL shop, and I went and got you a shirt.
Is this a shirt or a car cover?
Well, it'll fit for you, right? It's good, right? It's good, right? It's the eco-friendly, go green. It's got some green stitching in there and all that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, I really appreciate this. We've been together since you were a young lad. In fact, I don't know if I changed your diapers, but I'm pretty close to it, and I appreciate this. And you're right, I am a Steeler fan, and I was going to be really gentle and not boast so much, but I'll have to sport this for sure.
Well, after I saw that ring you had last weekend, I figured it was only appropriate that I got you a Steelers shirt, and hopefully you like it.
Oh, I love it, Jim, and I'm just happy that I'm still around here after 38 years. You know, I mean, it's a great sport. I mean, you come to the Supercrosses, it's just, if you look around, it's just a beautiful setting today. The sun's out, you got all the pit party ready to go, you got all of the people showing their wares. I mean, if you've never been to the Supercross and came early entry, you're missing half the show by not being here in the afternoon and enjoying everything that the Felt Entertainment Group puts together.
Well, you heard it from Bevo Forti. There's nothing better than coming by the Scott truck, and make sure you come by and say hi to Bevo. But I got to get John because he had the goggles.
Steelers in 09, baby.
He's going for a repaint. John, are you still in there? John, I had a question. Bring a set of those goggles over here. I'm just curious on the tear-offs and things like that. I had a question, John. Like, you know, Chad Reed, when he gets in that main event, it's a night like tonight. It's not going to be a mud race. How many tear-offs would you put on, Chad's goggles? Because Bevo couldn't answer. He said, I got to go right to the man, John.
Yeah, typically on a normal Supercross race, he'll run 14 tear-offs.
14 tear-offs?
Yeah.
That's almost one for every lap.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's more of like a habit for him to pull tear-offs, so he doesn't necessarily need to, he just does it.
Now, how many goggles would you build during the week in between the Supercross for all your riders? I mean, I heard crazy numbers like 200 and stuff.
Supercross about 100, 150. Outdoors a little bit more because they ride so much more. But yeah.
What's harder, outdoors or Supercrosses?
Outdoors is way harder by far. Yeah.
Well, you heard it from John, the man who's responsible for making sure all those tear-offs are on Chad Reed's goggles, and the Monster Energy Pro Circuit riders, Morris, Weimer, all the guys, Christophe Porcel, all the guys, Austin Stroop, and a plethora of other riders that Scott sponsors here during the Supercross season.